Corpus, California, as we bring you an interconference rivalry here at the Staples Center. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, Randall's checked in for Hibbert. Nance comes in for Brandon Bass. Young's checked in for Bryant. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Williams. The Hornets also changing it up. Zeller is checked in for Jefferson. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist comes in for Marvin Williams. And Walker's subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Walker in at shooting guard. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist out there with Batum. Then it's Cody Zeller. And it's Walker in at the one spot. A shot by Batum, no good.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Russell against Walker. The drive by Russell. The tray. The Hornets pull it in. Last time they met was in Charlotte.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
Here's Kidd-Gilchrist. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Now let's go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Byron Scott.
We talked about the impact players on these two teams, the ones who can take over a game single-handedly. And he told me that Michael Kidd-Gilchrist may already be in that category. He said he's a guy we've got to account for. He's just so relentless. If you're not ready to match his intensity level, he'll make you look bad. And Kevin, he said if they can limit his impact on the game, that will certainly help.
All right, Doris. Outside for world peace. He dishes it to Nance. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Passes it to Clarkson. It's good from about 19 feet. Clarkson's got his first 2 points of the night. Hornets leading by 11. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Walker kicks to Zeller. Back to Walker. It's Kidd-Gilchrist on the wing. Hansbrough a screen on world peace. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And the idea of setting the screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard.
Now here's Hansbrough. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Hornets lead by 11. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstance is. If that means playing young guys extended minutes, then all systems go. I mean, that's what being a pro is all about.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the Hornets?
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for the Lakers right now, we've got Roy Hibbert, Lewis Williams out there with Clarkson. Then it's Ryan Kelly, and it's Bryant in at the small forward. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a look at the 2K leaderboard now with the list of centers and power forwards who have been in a great rhythm at the free throw line over the last 10 games. You look at Hibbert, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line, and it's nearly automatic. And, of course, Marvin Williams.
Now that is a very confident group of players at the free throw line. We haven't seen them struggle there as some of their brothers in the big man fraternity have.
Well, you know, I want to be careful about making a blanket statement here. There are a lot of big guys who are really steady at the line. And this group proves that size is not a hindrance when it comes to free throw problems.
They get it back. Sent that one away, but after it touched the backboard, the refs are on it. And the Lakers also making a switch. Nancy's checked in for Roy Hibbert. And then for Charlotte, Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Lamb. And Walker's subbed in for Walker.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man. Listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Hornets leading by 12. Lynn, that's a 2-pointer. Charlotte, no good that time either.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
It's Williams with the drive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Williams has got 5. All talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard, and you know this, Spark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. I'll tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed. And it's Russell missing.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers came through when they needed him to. He had 9 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, you know, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of his confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Russell. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Nicholas Batum.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Hornets leading by 8. Lynn kicks to Walker. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Walker's got 9 points.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
Clarkson dishes to Young. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Offensive rebound.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Pass to Randall. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Front past the arc. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Young.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Really a solid comeback effort here. You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Ryan Kelly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. There's a screen by Hansbrough. Lynn with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Up top, Walker. 9 points in the game so far. Just 4 to shoot. Outside, Kidd-Gilchrist. And again, the Hornets
here.
So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against the Trailblazers.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the rope. These guys who they don't usually count on the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply team performance. Road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize the team and bring it together.
Looks like who's online.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Hornets ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break.
Let me see your channel.
On 2K Sports.
Can people see you right now? You're on air?
Yeah.
For the Lakers. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Jefferson. Zeller comes in for Marvin Williams. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Walker subbed in for Lamb. Setting the floor for the Hornets, MKG and Zeller at the forward duo. Kemba Walker is out there with Freak, and it's Hansbrough in at the 5.
And watching Kemba Walker play, so explosive. An undersized floor general, nasty crossover. Really a scorer's mentality. Maybe too much of a scorer's mentality to ever be a great assist man.
Meta World Peace, he's checked in for Nance. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for the Hornets. So it's the Hornets now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. There's the dish to Walker. Hansbrough setting the pick for Walker. To the paint, the 11-footer. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Hansbrough's got his first points of the night. Greg, talking about Walker, you have to love the way he competes, his willingness, Clark, to put the team on his shoulders and carry him.
Love that competitive spirit of his. They're actually figuring out how to use him best, but he's such a dynamic offensive player. You've got to give him room to be creative at that end.
And right there is the list of rookie assist leaders for the last 10 games. It's been all about team play for this group lately. Second, D'Angelo Russell. And, of course, Freak.
Good passing. It's such a vital element to winning basketball, and you really have to think their teams are pleased with the way they're playing right now.
Oh, that's my dude right here.
Rookies lack that kind of court vision.
Look, I'm on live.
These guys see the court, the parking lot, the club, where they're going to be partying afterwards. They've got unbelievable panoramic vision.
Right here. On the... It's like 2 minutes behind. Or a minute. Look at the time.
No good on that one.
Look up there.
So what's the point? I don't get it.
This is on YouTube.
Are you playing other people live?
I'm playing whoever, but I'm just broadcasting the screen and me. Whatever game I'm playing.
Oh, weird.
He hits the second from the line. 1:27 left to play here in the third. The feed to Hansbrough. There's a screen by Hansbrough. Outside, Walker. And that one is hammered home.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Lynn against Young. Puts it up. And that one goes long.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
In the corner, it's Kid Gilchrist. Back to Walker. That's tipped. Lynn kicks to Walker. 5 to shoot. Stolen by Clarkson. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Outside, world peace. Pass to Kelly. And it's Young at the elbow. And he drops it off the glass. Young's got 10 points.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Zeller setting the pick for Walker. Here's Lynn, and it's blocked. Young outside, 1 second left. Offline. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome. And the Lakers with some changes. Rando comes in for Brandon Bass. And it's Jordan Clarkson in for Lou Williams. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Walker's checked in. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Laker 5. Walker against Russell to take the lead. Rebound.
Oh, you chipped it.
And here's the break. On up the court.
Fucking chipped the layup.
Buries it.
One after the other.
No way.
Kobe taking care of business.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the
Chipped the
game.
layup.
Screen by Jefferson. Walker goes in. Here's Lamb. Charlotte no good that time either.
This nigga chipped.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Outstanding work at the foul line to make this a 2-possession game.
Walker in the post. He's covered by Clarkson, and the foul called on Freak. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
I'm gonna watch my own broadcast.
Second one is good.
Hey, put up
Both
paper
at the
up
line,
there.
and it's a 7-point game.
Those foul shots put them that much more in the driver's seat.
Oh, it's your academic thing?
Yeah.
Here's Walker. From the arc. Nails the triple.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Three-pointer.
And now they foul and stop the clock. And he misses the first one. Want that one to fall.
We got clean clothes in the bed.
He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. Kicks it to Hansbrough. Over to the left wing.
And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
And the numbers back it up, Greg. I mean,
You got to forget about that one.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan Player of the Game. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another. And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
The ones in the dryer should be done. These are washed.
That I found.
as I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff. The evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your images cost you in the birthday. Oh. The streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
How many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't
Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature.
I know. I want to get a layup with what I'm
His
saying.
playing his hand video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
He wants you to rock a bodega. Sorry.
Oh, look, this is so fun, too.
Look, man, I'm not talking about alright? I'm talking about they don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight. Your ankles be showing. Air it out, son. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. You want to recalibrate? Fine, B. Go ahead. Recalibrate.
Some people say you just hang on. Why is that the word?
Invite players to